How dash money dash there in your account? How much money is there in your account? Do as I tell you dash you will regret it. Do as I tell you or you will regret it. A lot of the news we hear on TV dash good for nothing. A lot of the news we hear on TV is good for nothing. There is no exception dash this rule. There is no exception to this rule. She turned a deaf ear to me. I have a 1 rupee note in my hand. 10 kilometers is a long way to walk. She did not know the answer and neither did I. We do not agree to his proposal. The police charged him with stealing the jewels. They complained against your misbehavior. Death is preferable to disgrace. She was absorbed in her studies. He did not avail himself of the opportunity. She shows the strain of bottled up emotion. He decided to break away from the party and seek re-election as an independent. The plague broke out in London that summer and hundreds died. There has been an exciting new technological breakthrough. She was angry at my behavior. You should abstain from drinking. He did not comply with my request. I am convinced of the necessity of hard work. I have no access to the principal. He is not sitting at his desk but in his armchair. The house is on fire. Send for the fire brigade. I am going to Afghanistan next year. She was fined for parking her car in no parking area. What platform does the train for Paris leave from? You are always in a hurry. You drive at a tremendous speed. He arrived at the airport in time for the plane. We are accustomed to doing hard work. Fate smiles upon him in all his ventures. He is one person I count on in times of difficulty. A blind man cannot distinguish light from darkness. Will you entrust me with that money? His company is greatly sought after. We are committed to a policy of peaceful coexistence. He is born of rich parents. You should wait here till I come. Lisa looked at the departmental stores. They parked their car at a parking place. We must finish our work by 4 o'clock. Pakistan defeated India in 1965 war. He will return my software engineering books in a week. Maria came to Sydney after 6 years. Divide this money between Elizabeth and Jennifer. Distribute this match-winning prize among all the team players. These 4 monkeys always quarrel among themselves in cage. Susan came after 3 days. He was standing behind the wall. The cat sprang upon the rat. The ball fell into the well. He jumped into the river from bridge. Aslam sat on the roof of bus. Nelson Mandela was born at Amviso in South Africa. He was busy in his office work. Did he leave for New York in the month of July? My watch is on the table. A hair fell into the well. He will reach here at sunset. I shall leave for Mumbai at 6 o'clock in the morning. She will come here in the evening. We have not decided, but we are thinking about buying a new car. Good idea. I wish I had thought of it. He has a difficult relationship with them. I am scared of heights. I have thought a lot about them recently. My house is at the end of the street. The bank is in front of my house. The town is 100 meters above sea level. He complained of chest pains and went to hospital. There has been a fall in prices. I cannot tell the difference between them. She will be staying at the hotel until Friday. It must be finished by Friday afternoon. Her test was above average. The temperature is just above freezing. You have to be over 18 to see this film. They get killed at the end of the film. The story was at the front page of all the newspapers. We sat at the back of the classroom. We waited at the back of the queue. He tried to push in, but he was sent at back of the queue. The neighbors complained about how loud our music was. It took me ages to find a space to park my car. It will take us a long time to decision. What did you think of the film? I didn't like it much. They finished the work in no time. They have no one to blame for the trouble except themselves or except for themselves. Both A and B are the correct answers. I am going there to learn the language. I am going there to learn the language. The matter is under the jurisdiction of the courts. So they will decide what to do. The manager likes to be in control. She ran to the station and managed to get there in time. Nabila will take it to the bitter end. What is up with them? I cannot remember anything except the pain after the operation or except for the pain after the operation. Both A and B are the correct answers. I went there for a holiday. It is famous for its seafood. The results can be seen in the graph given below. It can only be seen from directly above. Everyone was there except for Nasir or except Nasir. Both A and B are correct answers. Everybody started shouting and the meeting got off hand. They were driving too fast, above 150 km per hour, or Over 150 km per hour. Both A and B are correct answers. She spent a fortune on that painting. He has no confidence in his parents. He is very careful about his health. She was confident of her success. She congratulated me on my success. The whole family depends on her for its living. This letter was delivered to me only yesterday. Pakistan is very dear to us. They have no control over their son. He is not conscious of his weakness. We should always be prepared to die for our country. It took me ages to get all my documents and papers in order. Could you explain that point to me again? The light is above our heads or over our heads. Both A and B are correct answers. It looks very good when seen from above. I chatted to them yesterday or with them yesterday. Both A and B are correct answers. It is on order, but delivery can take up to 28 days. He became addicted to drug at quite an early age. I have been accused of many things in my life but never of cowardice. You will soon get accustomed to the change of climate. The new teacher was very slow to adapt to the usual rules of the school. It is awful to be afflicted with a sense of inferiority. This college is affiliated to the Preston University. Whether I pay or my wife pays amounts to the same thing. This paint will adhere to any surface whether rough or smooth. The defense of the oil installation has been assigned to my regiment. The condemned man appealed to the court for mercy. Several committee members has not been appraised of the contents of the document. I certainly do not approve of your riding your motorbike over the speed limit. The success of the project can be ascribed to the dogged efforts of ordinary members of the team. In less than 60 years, the refugee from India had become fully assimilated into the local community. Realizing he could do nothing to save his aircraft, the pilot bailed out. We did not exactly bargain for him turning up like that out of the blue. We are trying to make sure that children who can best benefit by foster care do get. Let us hope for the best. Players must abide by the rules of the game. He will appear before the judge. He was accused of theft. I agree with you in this matter. The train arrived at the Lahore station in time. She assured me of her help. He was not aware of my difficulty. He was not aware of my difficulties. This record enables me to balance up the facts of my life and decide what to do with it. They had few essential supplies to begin. With, so they had to improvise. He is fond of tea. He is ashamed of his behavior. He was angry with me. She was absent from the class. You must act upon the advice of your teacher. Muslims believe in the oneness of Allah. These books belong to her. He does not care for me. He was born into a rich family. The teacher made a complaint against his son. His mind is well attuned to mine. He was abstained from salted food by the doctor. A junior cashier has absconded with 10,000 rupees. The children were so absorbed in their game that they did not notice the passage of time. Modern industry abounds in opportunities for young people with good scientific qualifications. The committee regrets that it cannot accede to your request for a month's unpaid leave. My information does not accord with the report which has just been presented. The players agreed to abide by the referee's decision. I cannot come to see you until tomorrow. I am accustomed to drinking water. 2 and 2 make 4. This river teem in fishes. What is the time by your watch? Ali is well known for his love of beauty. He attributed his failure in the examination of tough paper. He is blind in one eye. Ali is married to Alia.